do remember a time where I wasn't aware of those bodily impulses or sensations, not really recognizing when I was hungry or getting sick or um, not understanding my emotions. And it was a little bit of a messy crash back in. Um,
Yeah.
but just thinking about what are the first steps, if you could share, and if there's an example you could think of if I'm listening, what's something I could do today to start hearing myself or turn my attention back inward?
And that is such a good question because yeah, there isn't one straight thing. And like you,
Right.
it was a messy journey back into that, and then
Yes.
sort of just happened in a way, but obviously did take time.
Yes.
I think it's as simple as even when you're faced with a choice, what
Mm.
you think you're hungry, or just it's just taking that time, that moment, few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hungry, or I'm thirsty, or I'm angry, or something's going on. Just stopping.
Yeah. Right.
What am I? And just taking a minute, maybe just to breathe and feel what's really going on here. Am I, if you're hungry, am I really hungry? And just let
Mm.
yourself see. Maybe you are, and you might not be able to tell. That's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe you're thirsty. Maybe you are actually angry, and there's deeper levels. And you could journal, or you could just take a minute and feel into
Yes.
what's actually going on underneath here. And
Yeah.
we don't do that. We're not taught to do
No.
that. And but it's these little moments of awareness that then add up to this sort of like, oh, I know myself. But it does stop with that myth that you have to stop somewhere. You can't just continue. You have to stop
Right.
and get to know yourself. Yeah. What would
Yeah,
you say to
exactly.
that? Yeah.
No, I love that because when you said, am I this the question, am I really hungry? And there could be a backing up, there's this could be a broader question, what's really going on here? Because if I am reaching for something to eat, am I hungry or am I frustrated about something? Am I trying to self-soothe in some way? So yeah, just having that pause, which is something I often encourage my clients to do. Let me just check this impulse out for a moment. And you might not get the answer at first, but just having the practice of pausing, being curious, asking yourself those questions, what's going on? Am I really hungry? Am I angry? Am I tired? Have I had a long day? Just being having some exploration around that, I think is a perfect place to start. It's where I would start too,
Yeah.
because we don't know unless we take a look.
Exactly. And even, even just expressing how you're feeling can actually be very powerful because let's say you're feeling all over the place and it's like, I'm angry or I'm hungry. And even saying it, you realize, actually, no, maybe I'm not really, or I don't know. There's something about the power of even speaking it that
Hmm.
enables you to discern what's really going on as well. Like just to even give yourself that space to actually connect with what you're feeling and voice it or,
Yes.
think it can be very powerful in helping to build awareness within, I think. One, another.
Absolutely. Because I think as soon as you say it out loud, you can tell if it sounds true or not,
Exactly.
right?
And it's like intuition, some people will feel it, some people will need to speak it, some people might,
Yeah.
want to journal it, or different as we get to know ourselves. I think even the different senses might, play up more for different people as we're
Yeah.
getting to know ourselves. And so it's also maybe experimenting a bit to see what way works for you to bring more awareness to yourself and your body. Yeah.
That's such a good point that find the mode of expression that you're more likely to be able to tap into, whether it be verbal or written or movement or any other way that you express yourself. Those are all valuable. Yeah.
Exactly. And like, that's also like having space held. So, a lot of my
Hmm.
work is about, holding workshops with just a question and then space to allow
Yes.
people to feel into an answer. And often it's, it can be varying questions, but having
Yeah.
that space, so if you can do a workshop or have some prompts even, just to allow yourself to start to get to know what might be going on. Space
Hmm.
is very, very like powerful for getting to know your body, yourself, your power within space.
Yes.
Space always is good, which is, very
Space.
important for highly sensitive people, of course.
It is. It
Yeah.
absolutely is. And I think as humans, we need space, but as highly sensitive people, we need even more space because we're taking
Yes.
so much in, and there's so much noise and pressure to be doing and moving so quickly these days that space is so precious. It's so rare. And all those moments of space that we used to have built in have been taken away because we're on a screen or there's, input coming in some way. So yeah, reclaiming space could be really powerful part of the process. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that completely. Yeah.
And it's such a good reminder that it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be simple.
Yeah.
Take a
I think it
moment.
is simple. That's the thing. We overcomplicate it so
Yep.
much.
It's true.
I mean, and also we don't need to go into this, but like even the wellness industry complicates it by adding on things
Yes.
saying you need stuff to help you come back, but you
Right.
don't really.
You
It's
don't
often
really.
starts within and then it can
Yes.
build out, you know. But yeah,
It's so
well,
true. Just taking 5 minutes to sit quietly by your window could do more than, I don't know, buying products or
oh
whatever
yeah.
it is. Yeah, some
Nature. I mean, we haven't even said nature. Like
nature.
getting back into
Yes.
nature is the
Yes.
number one way just to calm your nervous system, your body, your being, ground, and help you start to connect with yourself again, even without an intention. Like you could just be in nature
Yeah.
for 5 minutes a day, every day.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, at the end of, if you did it for a couple of weeks or something, you'd feel different. You'd know yourself better than you did at the beginning. You just would,
You would.
because your body knows what it's doing. It's like homeostasis. It comes back to itself slowly,
Yes.
even in a tiny, tiny way. I believe
Mhm.
anyway.
I
From what I
agree.
know.
I agree because we can I think we believe we have to like consciously go through everything to move it through or heal it, but you can do so much somatically in nature by osmosis where your body, yeah, it's trained sounds like a weird word, but it's inclined to heal itself.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes.
And yeah, and movement, like you said as well, is a big one to any kind of movement. Just helps you
Yes.
get out
Agreed.
the hair and come back into the body.
Yes,
So
exactly. And it works all those
yeah.
stress hormones through and just helps release them. Same with being in nature, right? I don't know
Mhm.
all the science behind it, but I know just being in nature, you start to absorb elements
Exactly.
and it's
How am I going to
naturally
feel a difference?
calming.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's many ways to get back
So
in.
many ways. Yeah.